Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this Monday morning with Business Coach 𝗟𝗏𝗿. And it's been a bit, okay, my apologies. Last Monday, I was not around, had some exigencies because of which we had to drop. But here I am back with day 24 of our series, The Power of Five. And a lot of business owners that I keep on meeting keep on telling me that uh, and these are people from the MSME sector, significantly large businesses, not that they're very small. They keep on telling me we are a commodity. How do we differentiate? How do we build a brand? How do we go out and create an USP around us? How do we reach out to the large sections of the population? And this has been a very, very common complaint. And like I keep on saying, with a lot of stuff that we are thinking, that thing is happening only in the mind and not in the real place. And if you were to just look out and look around all of us and see what's happening in the real place, we come out with very interesting stories. And today I'm going to talk about 5 learnings from a highly commoditized product, which is noodles. Highly commoditized. You go to any restaurant, you will find one. You go to any supermarket, you will find one. Branded, unbranded. Our parents have been making noodles for us for multiple years. And as people have started moving out of India, they've started exploring outside foods of other countries. As restaurants of different cuisine have started coming up, we have been consuming noodles for donkey's ages. But here is a product which has become the TOMA, the top of mind recall, in the noodle space. And I'm talking about the Maggi success story in India. India today is the largest consumer of Maggi noodles in the world. And where did it start off from? It started off from a small place called 𝗕𝗿𝗏𝗏 in Switzerland in the late 19th century. It was here that a gentleman, Louis Maggi, a young entrepreneur, he conceived the idea about bringing a revolutionary change in the culinary world. His first goal was to provide a practical solutions for busy families who lacked the time to cook wholesome meals at home. And recognizing this increasing number of women who are entering workforce and having less time for traditional cooking, Louis Maggi saw genuine demand for an affordable meal that could be swiftly and made effortlessly. And this innovative product laid the foundation for what would later become the Maggi brand. He had no plans to come out with noodles. His was all about those cubes, the soup cubes. And when you fast forward to the 20th century, when Maggi started its global expansion, 1982, Nestle introduced Maggi noodles to the Indian market. It was a hugely bold move to introduce a product that was entirely new to the Indian palate and cooking habits. And what did India have to offer? India, where spices and flavors reign supreme, this humble packet of instant noodles became an integral part of the Indian food culture. Thus, the journey from the Swiss mountains to the Indian homes is nothing short of fascinating. Little did Nestle know that this seemingly insignificant packet of noodles would one day become an intrinsic part of the Indian culinary fabric. And how did this happen? Between 1982 to 2024, it has become one of the most successful brands. It is, like I said, India is the largest consumer of Maggi noodles in the world. So what are the 5 learnings as business owners that we can take from this seemingly insignificant product like Maggi? The first is build a strong brand identity. A lot of business owners keep on telling me, sir, we are in the B2B space. We don't need to build a brand. People will buy from us. Ladies and gentlemen, people only buy from you what they know you sell. What they know you sell. But here is a different style of marketing. You need to go out and tell the people what you make. Because if you are going to innovate, if you're going to come out with new products, and if you're going to launch new solutions, you need to go out and tell the world that here is something that you have. So build that strong brand identity. Julius Maggi understood the significance of the strong brand identity. He took extensive measures to safeguard and promote the Maggi brand. By 1900, Julius had meticulously registered his signature and various versions of his name in different typefaces across multiple countries. In Switzerland alone, he had secured the protection of 18 different variations of his name, ranging from Maggie to Magic, to deter potential imitators. And this you can only do if you have moved away from on the business, from in the business to on the business. Right from its inception, Maggi products and promotional materials were instantly recognizable through that iconic color scheme of deep red, golden yellow, and black. Even today, when Maggi products are available across African markets, they bear the cross star symbol that Julius had himself designed. This symbol represents the visual representation of the brand's heritage and enduring commitment to quality and taste. It acts as a unifying element connecting consumers to the brand's rich history. During a time when meals were considered to be nothing but traditional, a product called Maggi entered the food market. No one fathomed in 40 years from then it would still be one of those most famous household brands in the Indian food market. However, the revolution that is being created is not unique because creators were not afraid to think outside of the box. So go and ask yourself this question, ladies and gentlemen. What is that one thing that you have done differently in the last 1 year, which has nothing to do with your core? Ask that question. Because every business has to have a revolution. Your brand is your brand that you've built over time. But your brand does not need to be related to be only one product that you have been selling. Your brand extension has to happen. Which takes us to the learning number 2, which is your marketing boost. That's where Nestle, in the, at that point in time, in 1980s, they invested in marketing. Maggi noodles faced an uphill battles in the early days. Indians were skeptical about a foreign import that promised a quick and tasty meal. To make the matters worse, the initial marketing campaigns failed to resonate with the masses. However, Nestle persisted and adopted that new strategy that would change the game forever. Recognizing the popular culture of the Bollywoods, Nestle launched a series of television advertisements that showcased Maggi noodles as the ultimate snack for busy individuals. These commercials featured Bollywood stars who effortlessly prepared Maggi noodles and enjoyed them with a sense of youthful exuberance. This ingenious marketing campaign struck a chord with the Indian youth who quickly embraced it. Maggi noodles uses the same concept of mother and child over the years to cement the idea of Maggi as the preferred hot and easy to make snack. Later ads have included the whole families where grandparents also enjoyed this treat. In many products in India, companies started using the family culture, but Maggi was the first. Many companies started making instant noodles, but Maggi kept growing. That takes us to the third learning, which is your STP. Anybody who's familiar with marketing would know STP: segmentation, targeting, positioning. Maggie offers valuable results to the businesses. Instead of focusing on how to enter a market, companies like products like Maggie, companies like Nestle, they invested resources in which market to penetrate. When I ask a lot of my business owner friends that what is your India penetration plan, what is your global penetration plan, they are all over the place. This really requires a significant study of STP, your segmentation, your targeting and positioning, because it involves determining if they want to enter an established market or create a new one for their product. Companies need to understand the problems and interests of the customers and consumers for easier adoption. Creating that customer connection is the key to standing out in a crowded marketplace. By establishing that emotional connect with consumers, businesses can build a brand that resonates. By making the customer a priority, any brand can flourish. Like I keep on saying in all my seminars, stop focusing on the product, focus on the prospect, and your business will grow. However, all this is possible if the organization is constantly in touch with your consumers. How many business owners today, in today's world, are actually going out and meeting their customers? It is a mandatory phenomenon for large organizations like the Unilevers and the P&Gs for the CEOs to go out and meet customers. Why is it that the MSME sector, the promoter-led businesses, have stopped interacting with the consumers and the customers on a regular basis? These are not required for selling, but it's required to understand the customer psyche. By seeing the dedication of an organization towards a consumer's need, a customer will always come back and buy products from the brand. That takes us to learning number 4. And learning number 4 is a great new idea needs consistent and meticulous execution to succeed. And that is what I have seen, and me and my coaches have seen, as the biggest problem in the MSME sector. Everyone knows what needs to be done, but very few people are executing it on a consistent basis, because as a business owner, I am wearing multiple caps. The turning point of converting an idea into a reality is its execution. In a country like India, where every state has its own cuisine, making noodles a part of the meal plan sounded quite bizarre. But through meticulous primary and secondary research, the almost impossible idea was converted into reality. The same way, what makes an idea successful is the amount of energy and consistency involved in it make it stand out. You can only make the best use of one shot if you've amalgamated passion and excellence. Passion-driven excellence is the key to make the customers come back for more. When a person's work becomes his passion, he focuses on the most meticulous details of his product. The reason why customers don't come back for a particular product is they focus on micro details rather than the macro ones which the seller focuses. That is why the first shot in any business should be perfect, as it leaves a long-lasting impression on the customer's mind. And lesson number 5, finally, lesson number 5, understand and accept that there will be crisis situations. These crises can be foreseen. Like today, I keep on telling the audiences that I meet that, are you preparing yourself for a 2 to 3 year time horizon when another crisis is going to hit the world? But there could be crisis which could just erupt. 2015, Nestle faced a significant brand crisis with Maggi noodles. The crisis unfolded when the Food and Safety Standards Authority of India, FSSI, discovered excessive levels of lead and MSG in Maggi noodles, leading to a nationwide ban and a severe repercussion on the brand image of Nestle. One of the key crisis management strategies employed by Maggi was a prompt response and acknowledgement of the crisis. Recognizing the gravity of the situation, Maggi did not shy away from addressing the issue head-on. As soon as the results were out and subsequent bans were announced, Maggi swiftly issued public statements acknowledging the concerns raised and expressing its commitment to consumer safety. The brand took responsibility of the situation and assured consumers that they were taking the matter seriously. Maggi understood that working closely with the regulatory bodies was essential to build the trust and ensure compliances. They fully cooperated with the investigations, providing necessary information, test results, and documentation. Maggi showcased its willingness to comply with regulations and prioritize consumer safety. Simultaneously, Maggi also implemented quality assurance measures to ensure the safety and compliance of its product. They did extensive R&Ds, they brought in innovation, they launched new products. And then to regain the consumer's trust, Maggi launched the robust public relations campaign. The brand actively engaged with the media to share updates on the progress being made in addressing the crisis. This included press releases, interviews, and statements. Now look at it from the other perspective. Why are the large organizations, and we have seen it in the past with Cadbury, we have seen it with Nestle, we see it with a lot of car manufacturers, the large car manufacturers who do preemptive recalls when they identify a problem. Why is it that small and medium business owners, when they face a crisis situation, they run behind the curtain? That's where trust gets affected. That's where trust gets diluted. So understand this very clearly, that there will be crisis situations. It is up to us as business owners to go out and address all of them head on. Maggi's journey is a testament to the power of strategic marketing, cultural understanding, and a dash of nostalgia. It's a story that continues to inspire, reminding us that a simple bowl of noodles can hold the world of marketing magic. Understand your audience. Don't try to be everything to everyone. Identify a specific need and cater to it. Innovation is key. Don't be afraid to disrupt the market with a unique product or service. Localization matters. Adapt your offerings to the local taste and preferences. Embrace emotions. Build an emotional connection with the customer. And bounce back stronger. Learn from setbacks. Use them as opportunities to connect with your audience. These are the key learnings of a Maggi success story. Ladies and gentlemen, we can all build our own success stories if we just keep on learning and listening to all of these. How many of us have heard of a company called as Rajesh Exports? If you have not, I will give you learnings from Rajesh Export next week, same place, same time. Till then, have a great start to Q2. Today is the beginning of Q2. I hope all of you have a great Q1. What is your 90-day plan? All my clients that I'm meeting this week, and me and my coaches are meeting this week, are asking their clients, what is their finalizing the 90-day plan with the clients. What is your 90-day plan? Write to us and share with your 90-day plans with us. Get into calls with our coaches because they're there to help you. Let Q2, which would automatically mean half the year, be a fantastic, fantastic period of your time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being with us. Till next Monday, same place, same time. A very good morning and God bless.